Hey Naptown, it's January 2020. In this month's episode, we'll talk about the Naptown anti-dope movement, revisit the Santa Run and the Senior Holiday Luncheon, pay a visit to Ward 8 and Alderman Ross Arnett, then review events and activities happening around the city. Let's get started. NAM is an outreach program that includes events where residents can learn about resources to help family and friends suffering from addiction. This year, the Naptown Anti-Dope Movement, or NAM, reached more than 700 people with 6 events all around the city. In December, this Mayor's Office initiative wrapped up the year with a 1-year anniversary celebration for NAM participants and supporters. In keeping with their philosophy of building bridges within our community, they held a holiday toy drive. In mid-December, the Mayor's Office and the Department of Recreation and Parks served lunch to hundreds of senior citizens at the Bates Senior Center. There was ham, turkey, dressing, sweet potatoes, green beans, and of course, lots of pie. After the food was served, the duo known as Rearview Mirror took to the stage and got folks on their feet and dancing. Each year, the Annapolis Fire Department conducts the Santa Run, where Santa Claus rides on fire trucks and visits neighbors throughout the city to collect toys for those in our community who are less fortunate. With sirens blaring, the fire trucks ride up and down the streets where families await their arrival to give a gift to Santa.
Hello, my name is John Mihich. I'm a captain in the Annapolis Fire Department here in Annapolis, Maryland. I'm also the Chief Grinch and founder of the Annapolis Santa Run. So this year's Annapolis Santa Run, we covered 65 communities in and throughout Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. Around me, you'll see some of our collections from the 2019 Annapolis Santa Run. This year, we're going to service probably in the neighborhood of 1,000 kids and 600 families. That's kind of our goal for every year, and we use community members and community organizations to help us with this. We will have over 1,200 man-hours to complete this project and over 250 volunteers. People often ask me, where do the toys go? The toys stay local. Everything that is collected by us, distributed by us, stays within Annapolis and Anne Arundel County, Maryland. And we feel very strongly that we as neighbors can help provide for our neighbors in need at this time of the year. So please come out, please help us, and please enjoy this holiday season.
Also last month, the Office of Emergency Management conducted an active assailant exercise where police, firefighters, social service agencies, the health department, and others were asked to participate in a training simulation. Volunteers participated as assailants and victims. Evaluators from neighboring jurisdictions were brought in to provide feedback on response time, control of the situation, and the handling of victims and family members. It was a valuable exercise so that residents can be certain that our city public safety staff and others can be ready for anything. Next up, let's talk with Alderman Ross Arnett, who represents the residents of Ward 8. Ward 8 includes the Maritime Republic of Eastport.
Welcome to Ward 8. We're down here by my boat, which is one of the reasons that brought me to Annapolis. I actually came to Annapolis many years before, but mainly for sailboat racing. Ward 8 in Eastport, as it's more commonly known, is quite a wonderful place to live. We have a very active community. We have the Maritime Republic of Eastport, which is a lot of fun, but also does a lot of good things in terms of raising charities. But the spot that we're in right now, which is very close to my home, is so close to the best dining in Annapolis. So we've got Carroll's Creek, we've got Lunis's, the Boatyard, O'Leary's, Davis's, the Blackwall Hitch. I mean, all of these things that are just a skip and a jump from where we live. And there's many more. Bread and Butter, Chart House right over here. So in terms of being a place that has lots of amenities and attractions, and of course we have a lot of fun things that we do here, the tug of war, where every year we beat the pants off of Westport, also known as Annapolis, and we have the Eastport of Rocking and a lot of other fun things that we do. We have a very strong Eastport Elementary PTA that is engaging in really doing some wonderful things, improving the playground there. But we also have strong civic institutions. The Eastport Civic Association is, I believe, the biggest civic association in the city, provides very strong leadership. It certainly has been a support for me. I like working with them, and I hope they like working with me. So it is pretty much a place where you can have all of the wonderful things of a neighborhood life. We walk across the bridge when downtown isn't flooded and enjoy everything there is to enjoy about downtown. Seriously though, that ability to walk to a lot of things is one of the blessings of Ward 8, large parts of Ward 8. The small scale of the homes, the single family homes, is another wonderful thing. It feels a lot like the small town in western New York where I was born, and again, one of the attractions for being here. So, number one resource of Ward 8 is the people. The quality of the people with all kinds of backgrounds, and then all of the civic and social interactions we have. But for me, number one is here, the water, the sailing, the boating, and those things. Eastport is a peninsula, so we're virtually surrounded by water. There's about a 3-block street that keeps us from being an island, but and you can enjoy the water year-round. Here we are in the beginning of December, and it's really quite pleasant. In a minute, I'm going to leave the dock and do a little tour around Spa Creek and have a good time. So, a lot to be said for Eastport, a lot to be said for the city of Annapolis, but I think we're one of the prime spots in the city of Annapolis.
Thanks, Alderman Arnett. Now let's go to the things happening in the city in the month of January. We get a quiet few days to recover from the holidays in Annapolis, and then starting on January 8th, it's opening day for the 2020 legislative session in the Maryland General Assembly. Annapolis gets a little crowded for 90 days while legislators, advocates, and residents come out to make new laws for the state of Maryland. You can check it out any weekday by visiting the galleries in the State House on State Circle. On January 14th, the City Dock Action Committee will deliver their findings to the Annapolis City Council. The report will outline the ways the city can move forward to create a resiliency plan for City Dock. The financing arrangement they have outlined will set forth how to pay for it. City Dock is seeing more frequent and more intense flooding, and it is only going to get worse with sea level rise. Once the City Council has the plan in hand, they'll be charged with passing the laws necessary to ensure the work gets done so that we can have a city dock into the next century. The students at St. John's College are hosting a TEDx event all day on Saturday, January 18th. Tickets are on sale now, where you can hear from St. John's students as well as Roger Karstens, who served in Special Forces and the 1st Ranger Battalion, Jennifer Chenoweth, a visual artist and entrepreneur, Justin Horm, a network engineer who calls himself a digital plumber, and Dr. Annika Prather, who will share her views on freedom in education and her research on literacy education. Eastport Working Together will meet with Harbor House and Eastport Terrace residents who are committed to listening, engaging, and investing in the Eastport community by organizing around challenging issues that affect residents. On January 30th, the One Annapolis Community Engagement Session will take place in City Council chambers. Meet with the mayor and staff of city government. Get your questions answered about city initiatives. Refreshments will be served. That's it for this episode of Hey Naptown. We'll see you in February for an episode you're going to love.